Hey everyone, I'm John Boitnott, and welcome to From the Ground Up. We are an interview podcast show put on by Grit Daily, and we talk to entrepreneurs all the time about what they're doing in the world, what their companies are all about. And today, I'm joined by Mike Charles with Belle Patrimoine. How you doing, Mike?
Oh, very good. And thank you, John, for having me on your show.
It's great to have you. Tell me all about yourself, your background, and also Belle Patrimoine and the company's background as well.
Yeah. So about myself, I'm a sixth generation poultry farmer. I'm really passionate about creating a legacy of integrity and guaranteeing that our chickens are grown as promised. So to me, it's more of a lifestyle and a passion. And so what Belle Patrimoine um, is it's a really unique breed of chickens. We were able to get our a breed from the Label Rouge program in France, and that's kind of a group of really elite breeds of chickens, and basically that's what we have. So we grow them here in Pennsylvania, and um, animal welfare is number one for us, and we want to be good stewards of the animals, of our planet, and of our stakeholders.
Yeah, so I know you were just named, I guess Whole Foods Market just named you an All-Star Supplier of the Year, and there's only 16 of those in the entire United States. So that's obviously no small feat. Can you tell me all about that and how did that happen?
Yeah, well, so Whole Foods, I can't say enough about the partnership, about how great they have been to work with. They've just been so supportive and collaborative. Really um, helping not just me, a whole community of whole agriculture community here in Pennsylvania, making it a win-win for everybody. So tip my hat to Whole Foods and the support they provided. I will say that what we're just doing things totally different outside the box, and customers really want this product. People want something different, something that is healthier, raised with the highest humane standards out there, and that also has a different eating experience. So I think we've seen 100% year over year growth. It just continues, steady growth. Since we started, we launched in April of 2020, which wasn't the best timing with the world events at the time, but it just took off, and we found that people really truly appreciate this product and want it. So yeah, I'm honored to accept the Whole Foods Award, but I'm just a piece of the puzzle.
Sounds great. And you're very modest too. That's awesome. Well, also another award that you just received, right? It's not an award, but the USDA recently gave you a regeneratively raised status. Now, how rare is that in the industry?
Yeah, so it's regenerate. It's not something you hear about every day from other poultry companies. It's we're proud to be recognized for it. However, we're not really changing anything we're doing. So part of us being truly sustainable for to the planet. Okay, we have a responsibility to take care of obviously our birds and our small family farms, but we have a responsibility to the earth as well. And so part of what we do here is trying to. It's not just about this flock or this year. We're trying to take care of our farms for generations to come. So part of that is taking care of the soil and planting trees and using cover crops and no-till and things. Just something. It's just in our heritage. So to me, we're really not doing anything different. When we were able to show USDA just tell them here's how we do it. Here's what we do. They said, absolutely, you're USDA regeneratively raised. Now, I didn't even bother on changing our labels or making a big deal about it, but it is cool that we've been recognized for it. But we're not going to change what we're doing. We're it's just part of the program.
That's great. Yeah, yeah, and you talked about this a little bit just now, but the what the farm is like. How well? So a couple things here. How are the chickens really different, and what is the farm like that they or typical farm that they live on like?
Yeah. So what makes a chicken really different? So there's four really big pillars. It's the breed itself, which I talked about a little bit. The breed is slow growing. Takes almost twice as long to grow as traditional breeds here in the States, which, being slow growing and what changes the conformation, the meat, the taste, the flavor, the texture, everything's different about this bird. So that makes it really different. But also the animal welfare standards that the bar we set is second to none. We're certified level 4 by the Global Animal Partnership. And again, it was just kind of like, we didn't have to change anything we're doing. We believe in taking really good care of our animals, and that's part of our commitment to sustainability. So I'd say the breed, animal welfare standards, our commitment to sustainability, and our part of that sustainability is our commitment to our family farms here in Pennsylvania. That we have a waiting list of farmers who want to grow these chickens for Belle Patrimoine, and that's pretty cool. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody all the way through. We continue to evolve and just come up with, if there's a better way to do something, we want to do it. And another thing that's pretty neat about our chickens is that they're air chilled. So, the more American way of doing things right now is, birds go through, they're submerged in water and soak up a lot of water. So we don't do that with our birds. We just are able to bring them to a safe temperature with just completely chilling, no water involved. And we think that it's healthier, less chemicals involved, and a better experience altogether. I would say that we're evolving by adopting modern efficiencies, like as we scale and grow, because it's really neat. So we want to grow chickens like kind of the old, how they used to be done in the old world way of growing chickens, but we also have to adapt and evolve as some of the modern technologies and efficiencies come into play to help grow the business in a scalable way. So I think that's kind of which makes us different. I would also say one thing that is really we're committed to that maybe people wouldn't think about is whole chicken utilization. Like, again, it's our responsibility to the animals and to the whole program to utilize every part of that chicken that we can. So we have ground chicken. We're working on a bone broth and even a pet food. It's not that we're passionate about selling pet food, but we're passionate about using all of our chicken because that's the right thing to do. So that's kind of what makes us different. Sorry for the long answer, but
oh no, you're clearly different in a lot of ways and in a lot of good ways as well. One area that does appear to be a little different and good is the nature of the way things are on the farm. You mentioned cover crops and things like that. Just describe a typical day on the farm and what those chickens get on the free range lifestyle that they have.
Yeah. So well, John. So like a typical farmer for us, we're up as when the rooster crows, right? We're up early, and we really are. I mean, it's not. It's because we want to. So the first thing we do in the morning, we're up with the roosters. We say we go out and we kind of we tend to the flock. We just make sure that for one, they're safe. There'd be no, just that everything's good. Conditions are good. We make sure that fences are intact and things that need to be in the pasture area. And of course, we make sure that they have clean water supply and any kind of feed they may need for the day. Just overall health. That's our number one, is just to make sure the flock is safe and protected. So that's at sunrise. They're out there every day to make sure at sunrise to make sure the flock is ready to be there to flourish in their environment. So our birds are the priority. So a lot of our farmers, we do have a building for the birds to go inside at night, the birds really want to. They want to be able to go in and out. I mean, you and I sometimes, we'll go outside and we might get too hot and want to go back in and cool off, or whatever. So we allow our birds to choose inside or out, whatever they feel they want to do. And so there's this. We usually have lots of pasture outside with trees and grass plants and just really a natural habitat where the birds can pick and forage, which sunrise is I mean, the birds they love it. They love being out there at sunrise. And so a lot of times our farmers, they also grow crops and maybe have other livestock on the farm and things like that. So our number one priority are the chickens. So they'll check on the chickens at sunrise, usually go back and do some of their other farm duties throughout the day. Do a little check-in at lunchtime, make sure everything's still going well with the flock, and then usually right before dark, dusk, they'll come back out and make sure that the chickens, again, protect the flock. That's just really what we're after, and it's not about efficiencies. It's just making sure the birds are happy and healthy, and if they are, it's a win-win.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're starting to get a picture as to why, but you are called by some the Chicken Whisperer. How did you earn that nickname?
Well, yeah. Whether I'm the chicken whisperer or not, I'm not sure. But one of my favorite things to do is to just grab a straw bale, sit down, and watch these chickens in their natural habitat. And really, we can learn so much about these birds. I mean, you can tell if they're happy, if they're comfortable, if they like something, if they don't like something. Yeah, I just like to sit down and watch these birds, and we just learn so much. So if that makes me the chicken whisperer, then yes, I guess I am. But I just really am passionate about taking care of these birds, and something that drives me is that a lot of people say, well, this isn't sustainable, and I say, yes, it is. We can do this. There is a sustainable approach that we can truly take, and so like I said, I'm just a piece of the puzzle. I'll be that chicken whisperer sitting on a straw bale watching the birds, if that's if that's what helps make the whole thing go, I'm here.
Yeah, it sounds like a good life to me. Okay, so tell me about can you share some of the latest innovations that you're working on over at Belle Patrimoine?
Yeah, I mean, so some of the innovations we're working on is just kind of, I said it earlier, we're making sure that we're marrying the old world farming practices with the modern day efficiencies that will help us grow to scale. So, we're just there's things, with ventilations and just different, you know, ways to get to maintain the flocks and just more of a data stuff. We like to keep track of the data and just know, how our birds are doing. And again, it's not on financial, it's on health. It's all about health. So, are we innovating? I don't know, but we're trying to do things the right way, but still use some of the technologies to help us grow to scale. So I don't know if that's innovative or not, but that's what we're doing. Um, I, I think that's just, again, what's really doing. If it's truly sustainable, we need to be looking at that. What we can do to if there's another way to do it that's better, we want to do that.
Yeah, I think the general trend towards sustainability is just overall the right way to go, and innovation in and of itself. So that's great to hear. Now, as a social entrepreneur, what is next for the brand?
Wow. So as a show, you know, we want to continue to scale and grow. I would start with doing more with whole bird utilization. That's something we're passionate about, and we have a fantastic ground chicken product that I don't think it's. I mean, it's fabulous. I haven't had a ground chicken that's better. We can use all the cuts to launch. We're even doing a heritage chicken bacon, which is, I mean, it's healthier. It's really good, and so I'd say that's where we're looking. We're also working on a special breed of turkeys, and just anything we can do with the family farms that we have relationships with to help them be sustainable. That might be what's next for this brand. Again, it's all about the community here. So I think
Yeah,
if we continue to take care of the farmers and keep them strong, there's the brand can just continue to grow because we have the roots and the cornerstones to really um, to build. And again, it goes tipping my hat to Whole Foods again, because they've been supportive of us all the way through.
Well, now you're making me hungry out here on the West Coast because it's breakfast time, and you're talking about uh, I'm thinking of chicken sausage and things like that. But anyway, I appreciate I appreciate you doing that. All right, so also La Belle Patrimoine was honored with, I guess it's the highest standard for animal welfare in the industry. It's a global animal partnership level 4. Now, what's that all about, and why is that important?
Yeah, so it's animal welfare. It's really important because it's time to show the industry that it is sustainable and profitable by putting the chickens first. I think if we, if we do that, we're just looking at it through a totally different lens, and we're not going to compromise on this. Like I really believe that it's just a so gap we call it gap global animal partnership. It's just it's making sure we have a slower growing breed, a bird that doesn't grow so fast that it would have any kind of health challenges, and it's making sure that the bird has plenty of room on the pasture. It's making sure that there's a wholesome environment at all times. And to me, why wouldn't we want to do it that way? I just can't even comprehend doing it differently. So when we met with when the Global Animal Partnership came out to check on what we were doing, they said, yeah, you're level 4. Again, kind of like the regeneratively raised claim, we don't really have to change what we're doing. We're going to keep doing it with or without a certifying party. This is kind of what we do. It's kind of a
Yeah.
minimum for us. Like if yeah, we might meet the global animal partnership level 4, but it's not going to stop there. We're going to keep doing what's right for the birds, and if if that means wildly exceeding those standards, then we'll continue to do that because it's the best thing.
Well, that's wonderful, Mike. Glad to hear that you're doing that, and hopefully you can sort of continue to lead the rest of the industry and influence everyone else to take on better practices as well. Obviously you're available in Whole Foods on the East Coast, but I'm on the West Coast. So when am I going to be able to actually see your chickens and your products over here in Whole Foods on the West Coast?
Yeah, so good question. So you can get it now on our website. We've just recently, kind of created an e-store that, again, we're farmers, so we're not uh, really savvy when it comes to the e-store, but we have made it available now. We can ship it to California. I hope down the road we could continue to expand to get product there more readily, but for now, it's the e-store.
Hey, that's okay. And hopefully you'll be able to get to, the Midwest and all the other places where Whole Foods is at and other grocery stores as well. So, all right. Thank you, Mike Charles with La Belle Patrimoine, for joining us on From the Ground Up. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you, John. Really a pleasure.
You got it, Mike. Take care.